My next question, I have a two-part question for you. And I'm curious because you kind of mentioned earlier about, getting into self-storage and your belief that, it can't be this easy. This is crazy. The first part, and I want to be quick with this. So the first part of the question is, what fears do you think, or maybe what story do you think people are telling themselves that are just getting into this niche? And then I'm going to hit you with the second part.
What fear or story do I think people are telling themselves is that, so this is my personal fear, is like, how are you going to find tenants? And I'm telling you, the automation and everything else that's set up allows it to be that much easier, because I won't be too long, but is that when you come from a real estate world, you look at real estate, but this really has a service business, a service element to it. And that could potentially be the scary part, but they all intertwine, and it all works out. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then the second part to this question is, well, you know what? Does another one come to mind, or is that your big one?
That was my big one for me. I think other thing people are always worried about is capital and how are they going to do this deal. The big thing that is that this type of real estate asset allows you to hire the right contractors to do the proper CapEx and not have to, try to piecemeal stuff together. You can hire the right contractors. You can spend a few more bucks because it is forgiving. And number two, if you have the right deal, you're going to find the capital. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. You're going to find capital for your deals. You can call me up. You can call other people in this group. You will find the capital. You will find whatever you need to get a deal done. There's enough resources inside this group to get these deals done.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, my two deals that I recently had, I wholesaled both of those to other people in the group. So the cool thing is there's so many connections going on within this community. You kind of already answered my second part to the question, which was, I was curious what advice you would share to help ease people's fears and maybe give them some extra confidence, which you did. I mean, is there anything else you would elaborate on or no?
Yeah. So if you haven't figured it out yet, I like to take action. Sometimes it's right and it works out well, and other times it doesn't. But the grand scheme of things, this business is this is probably maybe not the best way to say it, so don't take this like word for word, but it's a relatively forgiving business if you buy these properties in the right way. So what does that allow you to do? It allows you to take action. It allows you to invest outside of your comfort zone. I came from the single family world. Like we did have some commercial real estate. We did have some commercial real estate experience, but not in this sense. And it's really, really forgiving. And it's easy to do, right? And if you're willing to do all the hard work and figure out how to find a property, you know how to do all the hard work on the other side. My suggestion to you is to take action. If it feels right inside of you, go ahead and do it, And again, I can't say enough, like inside this group, because look, I'll be honest. We were sitting there at the end of that event. I was like, yo, Wags, like I underwrote this deal and I think it's right, but like, I really want your opinion. And he's like, oh yeah, sure, man. Like I'll sit down with you. So we sit down and we walk through the deal and he's like, so what's wrong? I said, I don't know. I'm scared. He's like, what are you scared of? I was like, I don't know. He's like, just do it. You know, it's right. Like everything you told me, you already have the answers. Like, stop being my dad. Like, just let me live. But I was like, yeah, dude, like you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just go out and take the action. And if it feels right to you and you've talked to other people, look, I'm sorry, I'm going to go down in tangent because we talk about this all the time, even in the single family world. Think about it. If you go to buy a deal and a lender says, if it's $1 million and you're like, well, I should be able to get a $750,000 loan. And the lender says, I can only give you $400,000. I'd probably say, dude, something's not right about this deal. Or if an appraiser comes out, you're like, yeah, it's worth $1 million. And they're like, well, it's worth 500. And you're like, yo, dude, like there's like all these stop gap measures that allow you to like not get hurt. So take that next step, call the broker, get their opinion, write a letter of intent, see what happens, talk to a lawyer, talk to lenders. And eventually there's going to be enough noise out there to be like, it's right or it's wrong. And that's go from there.